The year 2023 was significant for Shiba Inu as several major developments took place. And yet, despite all the updates, one can argue that Shiba Inu still failed to fly to the moon. With the year now behind us, here's AMB Crypto's overview of how the ecosystem did in 2023 and whether it failed to meet investors' expectations. Shiba Inu stepped into 2023 with an entry price of about $0.0008. However, things soon turned exciting as the meme coin's price rallied significantly, thanks to bullish market conditions in the first few months of this year. Because of the price uptick, investors' confidence around the token surged. The same was evidenced by the massive spike in its positive sentiment in January 2023, where the price hike stirred up joy among investors. SHIB enthusiasts were still not happy as its much-awaited Shibarium did not launch. The L2 was supposed to launch many months ago, but nothing concrete came up until the third quarter of the year. The Shiba Inu ecosystem, there was nothing bigger in 2023 than the launch of Shibarium. After much delay and rumors, it was released on the 16th of August 2023, making it the hottest topic of discussion in the crypto industry. However, the launch did not go as expected, as SHIB's price did not respond accordingly. Before the launch, SHIB was trading at nearly $26,000 million, but in 11 events. However, post-launch, the token's price plummeted to $26,000, and meme coins' social metrics such as weighted sentiment and social volume also dropped along with its price, which looked concerning at the time. The misery did not end there, as a few days after the launch, the L2 faced server issues, because of which they had to run the L2 in private mode for quite some time. This mostly happened because the Shiba Inu team wasn't ready to handle the sheer amount of traffic that entered the Shibarium ecosystem after the launch. And AM Crypto reached out to David Kimmer, CEO of CoinLedger, to get his expert opinion on what went wrong with the Shibarium launch. He said the launch certainly came with challenges, technical difficulties being the primary issue. Right when it went live, there was such a high traffic volume that Shibarium essentially had to stop temporarily due to its network crashing. This situation revealed the importance of network scaling, which I think a lot of other companies will look to as an example of how to proceed for future launches. The things originally didn't go well for Shibarium, and the outlook on their gains wasn't exactly living up to hype. Things have recently started to improve. He also mentioned how this entire episode can be taken as an example of how the crypto space has unique complications that other types of investments do not. Though the initial launch did not go as planned, the L2 later picked up speed as it hit quite a few milestones. AMB Crypto reported a few months ago that would be very Shibari and part of its smart ore screening as they mainnet picked up. Shibarium had recorded more than 3 million transactions since its mainnet launch. At the time, it had a total of 26,691 accounts. Fast forward to December, and the L2 has continued to grow as its numbers improved. Shibarium Scan.io's data revealed that at the time of writing, Shibarium's total transactions exceeded 134 million, a commendable number to achieve. Its total wallets hit 1.3 million, total blocks surpassed 2.1 million, and it had a consistent average block time of 5 seconds. At press time, its daily transactions stood for a day morning at 6.1 million. The Shiba Inu's L2 has also been outshining other popular L2s on multiple fronts. So Crypto checked Artemis's data and found that while Shibarium's daily transactions stood at 6.15 million at press time, Arbitrum and Optimism, two of the most popular L2s, were behind the Shibarium. Finally, While OP's daily transactions were in the thousands, or Arbitrum's daily transactions spiked them the 16th of December and touched 5 million, a figure that was lower than Shibarium. And though these aforementioned metrics looked optimistic for Shiba Inu's L2, the network is yet to mature and touch new highs by overcoming its flaws. A&B Crypto reached out to Ryan Lee, chief analyst of BitGet Research, to get his take on the same. He commented, quote, again, and we said, so far, the main problems with Shibarium are a lack of projects and chain instability. According to the Shibarium Scan Block Explorer data, the Shiba Inu launched Shibarium Layer 2 Ethereum network went live on August 17th, only to suddenly stop generating blocks. It was not until August 24th that block generation was restored, which dealt a great blow to user confidence. Lee also mentioned that, unlike the Odyssey projects of various Layer 2 chains, Shibarium did not launch with a complete participant or developer incentive. Elevated from the oldest, the published, elevated from primary 40, determining primary competences when talking about Shiba Inu's performance. And AmCrypto's observation of sentiments data underline that SHIB's price hit its highest level in February. Notably, the meme coin's price touched its peak of $16,015 on the 5th of February 2023. While this was the highest level, SHIB's price reached its lowest peak of 17, and in the in 1947, this was lower than the price at which SHIB began its year, which was 0.00000.006 since touching the aforementioned level. However, the meme coin's price has somewhat continued to register a steady incline. It only witnessed a major price drop on the 12th of 1975, though Shiba Inu's vision of reaching the moon remains unfulfilled. There is some good news. The meme coin managed to eliminate a zero from its price, which in itself is a commendable achievement. And at the 20th thousand points of Shiba Inu, being a deflationary asset has always been under scrutiny because of its burn rate. For starters, deflationary cryptos are those whose supply declines over time. Supply drops, the demand increases. Based on the demand and supply theory, whenever demand increases and supply drops, the value of an asset also rises. And though Shiba Inu boosted its soaring burn rate this year, nothing was reflected on its price chart purely because of SHIB token burns. According to SHIB, more than 410 trillion SHIB tokens have been burned to date. And make it more job. Thanks to that, SHIB's total supply was reduced to 589 trillion, while its circulating supply dropped to 580 trillion. Shiba Inu managed to achieve this number by increasing its burn rate to over 100%, or even 1,000% multiple times over the last year. However, the burns have not had a direct impact on SHIB's price yet, as most of the meme coin's price action could be attributed to the prevailing market trend throughout the year. As AmCrypto highlighted SHIB's journey in 2023, it's also important to take a look at how the year-end might turn out for the meme coin. And to understand that, AMB Crypto checked Shiba Inu's daily chart. Our analysis found that SHIB's price pulled back after touching the upper limit of the Bollinger Bands. Its MACD displayed the possibility of a bearish crossover at press time, which could push the token's price down. Shiba Inu's relative strength index registered downticks and headed toward the neutral mark. Nonetheless, its money-flow index remained bullish as it went up in the recent past. Therefore, investors should exercise caution before deciding on SHIB. According to CoinMarketCap, at the time of writing, SHIB was trading at $1,228 with a market capitalization of over $6 billion, making it the 17th largest crypto. And New Year's mark new beginnings. And the same might be true for SHIB. The meme coin's dream of reaching the moon does feel ambitious, but considering the unpredictable nature of the crypto space, nothing can be said with the utmost certainty. there are multiple prospects to keep an eye on for SHIB in 2024, beginning with Shibarium. The L2 has already shown remarkable adoption, and the coming year might see a further surge in its adoption and usage. This could have a positive impact on the U.S. meme coin's price. Whether SHIB's high burn rate has any impact on the token's price will also be intriguing to watch. Not to mention, several expect 2024 to be a bull market. Finally, that in fact happens. If that turns out to be true, the possibility of SHIB touching new highs seems likely. Rahul Maradia, co-founder and global CEO of Dubai-based Sifdak, put it best when he spoke to AMB Crypto, saying SHIB's price trends this year reflect the fear, uncertainty, and doubt associated with a project that shows such vulnerabilities. However, as we move forward towards 2024, it makes sense that a rising tide lifts all boats. As Bitcoin remains at over $42,000, and as the first spot Bitcoin ETFs are likely to see approval soon, it is logical that altcoins like SHIB will see significant benefit from the increasingly broad investor class interested in digital assets.